I should be like you, Mel.
Ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to a Cherry AM on this fantastic Tuesday morning. Please firstly allow me to apologise for the lack of appearances yesterday on Monday and Cherry Slaps, but we will be back to normal next week. Welcome, Malcolm Chiverton, my co-host as always. Welcome, Malcolm. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Ollie. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Yeah, all good, mate. Had a decent sleep last night, back in my own bed. So, yeah.
Good. Yeah. Pretty hectic weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was indeed, yeah. We will come to the rest of the show in just a moment. I want to hit up the chat first because I've missed it being away yesterday and Friday, I'll be honest. Chris Hubble says good morning, everyone. Morning, Chris.
Chris.
Darren Hurst, good day, all from Perth, 27 and mostly sunny. Yeah, looking
Bye,
forward
Bob.
to it. Hey, Dad. David DaCosta, good morning, everyone in the chat. 18 degrees and sunshine. Sorry I missed yesterday's shows. Congratulations for the 100th show. Yeah, really, really big shout out to the channel.
Hi, David.
And hi, David, of course. Massive day yesterday for the show. 100th show came out in the morning. And do go back and watch the Cherry Slaps as well, because that was also a good one. Liam Humby, morning, everyone, up the Cherries.
Morning, Liam.
And Jamie Keynes, morning, Ollie and Malcolm, up the Cherries.
Yeah, morning, Jamie.
Paul Sants, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, hi, Paul. Thanks for coming over and introducing yourself.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
Yeah. Apologies that I missed you, Paul, but Malcolm did point at you as you were walking away, and I should have said hello. But welcome in this morning. Nice to see you. Puppy Dog, morning. Hello. Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Darren Hurst, so much easier to disappear for a site walk at 4 p.m. Now clocks in UK have gone back. It's interesting how that's made it easier for you. Paul from Oz, hi guys, 8 degrees and horrible here. Hope you're feeling better, Ollie. Hi, Malcolm. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, Paul. Morning.
Yeah, yesterday was hectic at best. I'll leave it at that. Dan Short, morning, Ollie and Malcolm. Roll on the weekend. Morning, Dan. Yeah.
Morning, Dan.
Just the message I want to see on a Tuesday morning, to be honest, Dan. Roll on the weekend. It makes me fired up thinking it's a Thursday already, I'll be honest. Max on YT06. Hi, Max. Nice to see you. He says, hi, Malcolm. It's Max who dropped you back after the game with Craig.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Max.
I'm on the show this morning.
Thanks very much for that.
Yeah, legend. That was awesome of you, Max. I'm not sure if Craig and Matt are coming on this morning. There may be an appearance from one of them tomorrow morning, though. So do keep your eyes out and welcome to the show, mate. Daz says, Malcolm, glad you have had a decent sleep. You're a little bit tired and irritable and slaps.
I'm saying nothing.
Nick Gilling says, good morning, lads. UTCIAD. Yeah, the Cherries and all departments, mate.
Morning, Nick.
Yeah. Aaron, can I just give a shout out to Daz for his video on Cherry Slaps last night?
Bloody hilarious.
Probably one of the best slow-mos I've ever seen in my life. It was
Pick me up.
It was almost like he'd made the camera a special effect and actually slowed himself down. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. If you haven't seen it, do go and watch that just for Daz's little video. Aaron,
Absolutely awesome.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really good. Thanks for that, Daz. Yes, so obviously we had the Forest game on Sunday, which was a special one for us this time. Obviously, didn't get my rundown yesterday. Fantastic result, leaving us second in the league, which is all we could ask for at this moment in time, right? We had some great appearances as well. Trefer getting man of the match, which I think I called last week, Mal. We discussed this on Sunday, didn't we? And he was fantastic. But not the only fantastic player, not the only standout player. Yeah, and just what a game. I'm going to leave it a little bit more for you to explain because the atmosphere around it all, the environment. I mean, even for me and you specifically, right at the very end of the game, as we were leaving the ground, there was a special moment for us as well with a couple of players, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic, mate. It really, really was. It was a great game and a great day for sure.
What can I say? I'll come on to that in a minute. What I'll do is get your take on the game, first of all, and then we'll sort of do a little bit of a rewind to pre-match, etc. And run through the afternoon.
Sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic. Just before we do that, Max says, I won £500 from the game on Saturday. Did both teams to have 3 shots on target? Both teams have a total of 7 shots. Both teams to have a card. Both teams have a corner in each half. £25 paid out 500. I think that paid out in the last couple of minutes, was it, Max? I think, which is fantastic. Yeah, really good for you, man. Dan Short says Cherries ladies 11-0 win. I don't know who they got next week. Wow.
Yeah. Well, they're playing on Wednesday, aren't they, against Oxford?
Yes, they are. That's absolutely right.
At the Vitality. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I know Matt's going. So
that'll be a good game. That I think.
Oh, I think so.
I think so.
I hope they get a decent crowd because they certainly deserve it. You know, they're playing some good stuff, and they're on the up and up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exciting to watch, and again, just exciting to be a part of every aspect of the club at the minute, which is amazing. Dan Short says, I mean the cup game.
They got Leyton Orient away in the next round.
Leyton Orient away. Thanks, Mel. Spot on. Jamie says, what's your favourite game of the season so far? We'll come back to that, Jamie. Maybe we'll discuss that tomorrow as we want to get into the Forest game because I missed yesterday.
Okay.
Darren says, hey, Ollie, if you're impressed with the slow-mo, you should see my fast forward. I'd love to see that, Dad. And Max says, the corner, as we only had 1 corner in the second half in the 92nd minute. Nail biting stuff. Crikey. What can I say? I mean, the build-up to the game myself was obviously fantastic, which we'll leave for you to explain. But the game itself, I found myself immediately getting a bit frustrated with Forest, and straight away really being impressed with how intense and how much we were pushing from the get-go. If I remember rightly, and again, I didn't watch the game back as I've been incredibly busy. But if I remember rightly, the first 5 or 6 minutes, I think we had 3 shots on target. And they were all 3 of them should have potentially been goals in the back of the net. And then obviously, coming on to some of the goals that we did score, I mean, Kroupi, what a fantastic goal. Absolutely fantastic goal. And kudos to the ref. The ref having the knowledge and confidence of being able to let play continue after that foul happened. And then Kroupi taking the ball on, seeing his space, feinting it to the left and putting it onto his right foot and just slipping it into the bottom left corner. My goodness, that he is he's coming into his own at the minute, isn't he? He's really, really starting to excel in his position. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously got so much confidence now. I mentioned this last night on Cherry Slaps that being at the game itself, as opposed to watching on TV, you can see a lot more, movement of the players. You know, how they position themselves, what they're doing, and yeah, he was really impressive up front. You know, it's not just his ability to score goals; it's his work rate as well. High praise indeed for him. He isn't disappointing me at all. You know, I mean, we all know on the channel how excited I was to see him, to actually get in the starting lineup. Wow, but I didn't expect what I've seen. You know, I expected it to be sort of progress, but slow. But he's like all guns blazing, just fearless, really. A striker with instincts.
Yeah, absolutely. And Max says it here. There was obviously some talk about this in France, wasn't there, a couple of seasons ago?
Yeah. I mean, let them talk.
Forward Mbappe in a few years, and I'll be honest, considering his age and how he's playing at the moment, he's got an incredibly exciting career ahead. However you want to compare him, and to whatever name, he's on a path to serious success.
It's also heard yesterday, somebody quoting another Thierry Henry. So I don't know so much, but you know.
Well, look, let them compare. I think at the moment there's
if they want to, they can.
There's speculation that we don't necessarily like discussing or talking about, but I'd argue that's the kind of speculation and comparison that we could welcome. You know, it's not going to harm anyone saying he could be Mbappe and he
that's
could
right.
Be, you know, I think it's fantastic for him. I think it's exciting. Coming on to obviously finishing off on the first half, Tav's corner. I mean, what a rare occasion that is, especially to see it with our own eyes. it was one of those ones where we kind of looked at each other and stood up and celebrated, didn't we? And it was strange, but yeah, a fantastic effort from Tav, I must say. He obviously captained the game on Sunday. I think I mentioned to you that his inconsistency sometimes still bugs me a little bit, but taking that away, he had a fantastic game compared to his last.
Yeah, really good game Sunday. Yeah.
He was. It was a solid performance. He continued to battle for every ball. There was no lack of determination. I think even in the second half, when Forest really came out and responded a bit for the first 20 minutes, he was still pushing. He was still in there, every single tackle in the air. I've built up a lot more time for Tav after Sunday. And he's got a lot more credit from my side for sure.
I think it's a game he needed.
It was. It really, really was. Yeah. I think in all, in summary, I knew Sean Dyche's game. I know how Sean Dyche plays. I know that I was expecting a much more defensive game of football. I thought it'd be harder for us to get past their defence, I'll be honest. But I think Forest just fell apart, unfortunately. It's sad to see what's happened to them in the last 6 months. However, I think someone mentioned on a show yesterday, on the Slap show, that this is something that happens when Forest play Bournemouth. We beat Forest. It just seems to be that way. It doesn't matter how they're performing. Same as when they had their season, last year, 2 years ago, and we still smashed them both times. So it is what it is, and unfortunately, they're heading into a tough period for themselves, for the fans, and for the players. But we won at the end of the day. We got our 3 points, and we're now second in the Premier League. So let's scream and shout about that, shall we?
Well, there's enough to scream and shout about. To be honest with you, I'm happy with the number of points we got. That is, the really important thing. And I'm very much, as they mentioned yesterday, the guys to me, Malcolm, you're a realist. I said, yeah, I am. you look at the tables every week, and it can chop and change.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the next game and see. Week on Cherry AM.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just thoroughly enjoying this ride. We wanted, or half hoped, if you like, or even half expected, that this trajectory we're going on with Andoni is, slowly going up, not straight up, but bit by bit. And we can see the way we're playing, even with the new guys in. It is really very, very good football to watch. It's something you don't see with many clubs at all.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder that teams don't like to play against us because of the intensity that we play at.
Yep, exactly.
Right,
yeah,
so,
2 big games coming up as well, haven't we?
Yeah, obviously. But like I say, just take one at a time. The focus really, is on the City game of the weekend. I've got no fears about it. The way we're playing, and it doesn't matter what the starting lineup is, everybody will have their favourites and say, oh, he should be playing, or he should be dropped, or whatever. I think the one thing that stands out for me now this season is how pretty solid our back four is. No matter who's in there. Okay, we conceded 3 at Palace. That can happen. But look at the clean sheets, look at the defensive displays, and look at the player ratings as well, over the games we've already played. A lot of defenders, standout players. So, yeah, it's good, really, really good. It's exciting. I'm just loving it. Ollie, I can't hear you.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, echo all of those words. I'm just going to come to the chat quick before we push on.
Yeah, please do.
Dan Short says, quick question. What was the VAR check for after the goal that Marcus Tavernier scored for? Was it to check if it was a corner or not?
No, it wasn't. The check was on whether it was Tyler Adams fouled the keeper.
Ah, okay.
And basically, it was just a normal standard sort of block thing, and there wasn't enough in it.
Yeah,
so
fine. Fair enough.
No, because they can't check for corners and throw-ins and things like that. So
yeah,
but yeah, we did get away with that. To be honest with you, it was a goal kick.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's just one of those that happens. And I don't know if anybody saw Andoni's post-match interview, and he said there was a couple of other decisions where they give him goal kicks where it should have been corners. So he said it just balanced itself out.
Well,
which is right, really.
There was definitely some shouts at the end. The lino got a couple wrong for sure.
Yeah.
There had to have been. I mean, I haven't watched it back again, but watching it with my own eyes, there was some dodgy shouts for sure.
But I mean, to be honest with you, they let it go, let an awful lot go, kept it going, the game. The ref wasn't bad at all. There's nothing you could say that, was really disappointing what he did. So, kudos really, because it's generally, that is the first big shout, and oh, bloody ref.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think this is the second time now we've said kudos to the ref, hats off, so that's a real strong sign this far into the league so far.
And also you hit on with, Kroupi's goal. First of all, it was a calamity in the centre circle with 2 Forest players going for the ball, lost it. And then there was the foul on Tyler Adams, which the referee, quite rightly, gave us the advantage because Kroupi picked the ball up straight away. And, well, we saw what happened. I mean, it was brilliant for us because we had the view right down the pitch and just watched him fly.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it really was.
I mean, it's not very often I hug another man, but we were just so thrilled when that went in. It was just awesome. Yeah.
Max says, a great game. I noticed Sean Dyche's long ball play style. As Forest didn't even used to play like that until he came in and replaced Ange.
Yeah, exactly. Now, oddly enough, I mean, it's a good point. But for those that actually watched the game against Porto, they weren't doing that. They were actually playing the ball.
Right, yeah.
And passing it around really nicely. And I just think, well, how can you change, two totally different styles within a few days?
Yeah. It must be tough. Again, this is where they're going to be into a real tough transition period now, and it's going to be really hard. Really, really hard.
I think they've got enough to look back on, and take from Sunday's game, to be honest with you, where they went wrong. Yeah, there was a lot of poor performances from some of their players. I expected more. Yep. I was disappointed with them. Yeah.
Jamie Kane says Kroupi with potentially one of the goals of the month, along with Kluivert's goal against Fulham at the start of the month. Yeah, very similar goals as well, similar distances.
Yeah.
Max says Kroupi and Mbappe, the second. Daz says the frustration for me was how their French midfielder took offence to Kluivert pressure and went into his face, all confrontational.
Yeah.
KV also got a card. What was he supposed to
do? Well, they both did, actually. Yeah, because they're not allowed to come together like that. Quite simple.
Yeah, I agreed. But they were, and I said this at the start, didn't I? I said the whole plan of this is to come out and wind us up, and they were trying to do it from the very moment they got out on that pitch. They were trying to push and prod. And it clearly was working. I think we started to see Tav lose his head a bit towards the end of the game, didn't we? And there was a couple of little kickouts from other players. So it happens. It happens. And sometimes that's the plan to rile up the other team, I guess.
Yeah.
Daz also says, super impressed with Jimenez for not getting a card and played a blinder. We have to offer him a contract. Agree. Yeah, there's definitely still some building blocks there for sure that I could see. But the fact he held his head and didn't get a card, I agree with you. 100% intensity, always gunning for the ball. You can tell he fits in. He fits in for our team. Perfect.
He's loaned in with the option to buy, right? So watch this space, basically.
Yeah.
And I can certainly see the club saying, yeah, he's part of our deal here. Let's bring him in on a 3-year contract or whatever.
I can. But we'd have to get to him first. I think that offers may come in for him before other players. I think clubs.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's actually playing for us, Ollie.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be attention from other clubs. Is what I'm saying. I think it's going to sway his head more than wanting to stay at Bournemouth.
But would he get the same another club as what he's getting at Bournemouth? That is the point.
No, I don't think any player would. I think that's an interesting point. I don't think any player who would be approached would ever get what they've got at Bournemouth right now. I don't think it's the same. It's not the same situation, the same kind of growth plan, is it?
So Bournemouth's got so much to offer.
Yeah, there's a ton
players now. You know, the whole setup and everything. So, yeah. And being part of that, I think, that could sway his decision anyway.
Could, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it could. Jamie Kane says, I'm hoping Kroupi can get at least 10 goals this season. That's definitely plausible.
Why so few?
Exactly, yeah. I think he must already be on 4. I
think it's 4, yeah.
Yeah, which is decent. Again, really decent. Paul Stantz, all the players were fantastic on Sunday, but I had 4 standout players: Jimenez, Scott, Tav, and Adams.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Yeah.
Paul from Oz think Andoni will start Kroupi at Man City. Tav, great first half.
Yeah.
I also think he'll start him, for Man City. I think it's going to be an interesting game, I'll be honest. I'm excited for this one. Dan Short says, think Harry Arter did it against Man United a couple of seasons ago, pre-COVID, maybe.
Stanislas.
Nice, good shout, Mal. Daz says Tav's fantastic third corner was so much better than the first 2. He really stood out as a captain, leading by example. Yeah. David DaCosta, let Croupido his talking on the pitch. Great player.
Exactly that, yeah.
Jamie Kane's Tav was brilliant first half, and so was Jimenez, Scott, and Adams. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, this will be the year we can get top 6. Definitely gunning for it by the looks of things, Jamie. Daz says Malcolm is 100% right about taking each game as it comes. Look at Liverpool 4 games ago now, and same with Man United last 4 games. I am blessed to be able to watch and support amazing week to week. Agreed. Yeah, couldn't agree.
Totally agreed. Oh God, Craig, disappear here. Can we move on?
Jamie Keynes, hopefully we can do a
Leicester.
Leicester.
No, don't you?
Max, we did well to defend Dyche's long
ball.
Oh,
and so have
I. Hello.
You right? I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Next one.
Max, we did well to defend Dyche's long ball play style, though, to be fair. We did. Yeah, we did well defending. As Mal said, back four and keeper. Dordy Petrovic was fantastic, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamie Keynes, I'm glad I don't have Dyche as manager and Donny's football is much more refreshing. Absolutely. Paul Sants, it could be that VAR is going our way. That is why, apart from playing brilliant, we are up the table. That's true. That's a very good point, Paul. We have had some VAR shouts go our way this season. I would argue more already compared to previous seasons, actually, thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Great point. Jamie Keynes, Jimenez looks the real deal. I've loved what I've seen of him when he's played for us. Yeah, agreed. Malcolm.
Yes, Ollie.
Take it away. What a fantastic day we had on Sunday.
Didn't we just? Well, this was sort of pre-planned quite a while ago, wasn't it? It was an idea that, if I could possibly get some tickets, then it was a question of sorting out a game that would be, I'd say doable. But it was planned for Saturday, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So the date got changed. I thought, oh, boo. But for me, it didn't matter because I could fly over and stay an extra night. That would be fine. But the one thing I wanted to do is that us guys could actually meet up in person. That was really the plan, as well as seeing a game. All right. So fortunately, everything fell into place a fortnight beforehand. Tickets were secured, and we met up for breakfast in the morning. All four of us, which was really nice, and just basically, talk like four idiots do, really. Some more than others, I have to say. Lots of banter, but super excited about what lay ahead. Got to the ground, absolutely lovely to see it. Go to the shop and just see as the fans start drifting in towards the stadium and get a feel of the atmosphere outside the ground, which is rather lovely. I've got to say, there was a couple of moments on there. It was quite amusing. I'll come on to that in a sec. So anyway, after going to the shop, we got the tickets because I was waiting for my brother to come. I thought, well, get the tickets now and he can have his and then do whatever. So I picked the tickets up and they had barriers behind us, didn't they? And I thought, what's going on here? And by the time I got the tickets, turned round to the barriers and a bloke come up and spoke to me and he thought I was somebody else who worked at the ground. Can you remember?
I do,
and then the Forest bus came in, didn't it, with the players?
Yeah.
So we stood there and watched, and I don't know if you got some footage or something.
Yeah,
I wasn't too worried.
Yeah.
Oh, and before that, and I got to give a shout to Kate from K&E Unfiltered.
Yeah.
She's got a channel. She does match day vlogs. She came around and I introduced myself to her, and she was a little bit sort of surprised. Took a couple of pictures, one thing and another, and then we walked back round to the corner of the shop and waited for the others to turn up. And then a young lad from Fan AFCB.
Another big shout out. Young lad called Max, who also does match day vlogs. Super little chap. He was shocked when I called his name. He looked totally stunned. And I said, no worries, mate, no worries. I just introduced myself. I said, and I watched your channel. And he beamed then. He was so happy. And he disappeared into the club shop to start doing his pre-match videos or whatever. I haven't watched it yet, but I will do later on today.
So that was all pretty cool. And Paul Sand turned up as well, which was really cool. Just had a quick couple of minutes chat with him, and then it was time to move off to the Ted Mac, wasn't it? And just nice to walk around the ground and see the fans sort of drifting in. I mean, they did say generally takes about sort of half an hour or so to get in, but there was no queue, so we were quite lucky, weren't we, in that respect?
Straight in.
Found our way in eventually, and actually, well, I mean, I was just sort of in awe, really. I've seen so many games on the TV. I can't remember the last time I actually went to the ground for a game. It was that long ago. And I was just super, super excited. And you walk along the sort of causeways and at the first entrance, you look up and you can see part of the pitch and the stands. And I thought, this is it. Come on, come on. And eventually, Ollie, bless him, took a video of me climbing the steps and actually seeing the full stadium. And it was just, wow, this is absolutely brilliant. You know, I was just super, super excited. I shouldn't be doing that at my age, really, but hey ho, it is what it is. And as the ground filled up and the atmosphere was absolutely tremendous, it really was for a small ground. I was just loving it. I loved every minute of it. Pre-match stuff, normal, what's going on. You watch the players on the pitch, but just super excited to be there and just live the whole experience. It was a truly remarkable day for me, and obviously in such brilliant company. We had our laughs, didn't we?
We did, mate. Yeah, we did.
And as the game went on, the first half was absolutely excellent. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, disappointed with Forest. Expected more from them. Half time came, so we just sort of stood up. I mean, pointless trying to go down for a drink or anything because queues is just wasting time, really, isn't it? But I saw a couple of guys walk past. I know who they are. And when he came back, a guy called Colin, he's also got a YouTube channel, Colin and Big Tell.
Yeah, another big shout out.
Yeah, so I gave him a shout, and he stopped, thankfully, and shook hands and said hello. And he gave me a shout on his video at the end of his video yesterday, so that was nice to see. It's just connecting with fans, really. I just think the whole experience these days of going to a game of football, that you can connect with so many people, is unbelievable. Just so genuine people, friendly. It doesn't matter how the game goes. Everybody's got their opinions and one thing and another, but it's just this bonding together, and you feel it in the stadium. This positivity as well, which is really, the second half, the highlight. You're getting sacked in the car park. I mean, that was such a riot to hear that. I mean, we love our banter. All fans do. It doesn't matter what team you support, but that's what football fans bring to games, isn't it? It can bit of amusement. Obviously, things like that was not going to happen because Dicey's going to stay. He's got till 2027. He'll turn it around. He just needs some time. I mean, you and I, we had a thoroughly brilliant afternoon or day, really. The whole day was awesome.
It was indeed.
And you mentioned something about after the game?
Did I? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Yeah. So, as everyone was leaving, obviously we were right at the top of the stand, weren't we?
Yeah.
And, I think we were really taking our time to come down just to what was going on and celebrate with the fans and whatever. Really kind of take in the last few moments of the game and the atmosphere, I think. And while we were doing that, obviously the fans started to thin out a bit more and we had a bit more space. And we saw, firstly, we were stood next to Amin Adli's wife, son, brother. And that's who he was running over to, wasn't it? To greet and say hello to. which we both got photos with. I think I got a photo with him in the background. I think you got some better photos up close and even spoke to him.
I didn't speak to Adley. I spoke to Diakite.
Diakite, yeah, because Diakite and Adley's wives or girlfriends were together watching the game together.
Yeah.
With their friends, and they were all essentially sat just in front of Matt and Craig, weren't they?
I think they are. Yeah, that's generally where the players' families sit there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a little bit of a special moment. I can't lie. It was very, very face on, very close to both those players, and it was it was cool. It was really cool.
Ollie's gone again. Oh dear.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
You're there. Can you repeat what you just said?
Yeah, I was just saying it was fantastic.
Can you hear me? Testing.
I can hear you.
Oh dear. Well, I actually did get a picture of Diakite. Really super. You're right. Put your sound on, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. I said I got a super picture of Diakite. Bless him. Obviously wish him good luck for the season. But unexpected bonus, to be honest with you. But little things like that make the day, don't they? It's like I said, it's not only seeing the players and being able to be up close to them and say hi or whatever, great. But also the fans. Like I said, I was so fortunate to, bump into some and speak with them, make contact, which is nice. But it was also, a lot of people come up to me thinking I was somebody else, and it was quite amusing. Come on, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag now. I don't drive a taxi, all right? My name is Malcolm and not somebody else, all right? So for anybody who is watching, all right, I'm in Berlin, all right? I'm retired. I don't drive a taxi. But it was just so amusing. What I'll have to do, Ollie, I'll send you a picture. I got a picture somewhere or another. I'll send one over, and then you can see why.
You have to.
All right.
I think it's a necessity.
But no, brilliant day. It really was. Yeah, and a big shout out to Max for dropping me off back to my accommodation.
Yeah.
But to spend the time with the guys, obviously Craig, Matt, and your good self, absolutely awesome. Are we going to do it again?
Absolutely, we are. Yeah, I think we need to be making this a twice a year thing in each season. So do it end of this year and then start of next year, and then end of next year, start of the following year. So we hit 2 games a season, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense.
I'm not too worried who we play.
I mean, let's please do bear in mind that there is a chance we could be playing closer to you in the next couple of years. So, there's some flexibility.
Let's talk about this season first of all, right? Come on, keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, look, I mean, next season there's some options, isn't there? I know that Daz posted. Didn't Daz suggest a game? I mean, it'd be awesome to time it in with that if that's possible. Maybe if Paul from Oz is coming down again. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just throwing some things out there. There's definitely options. I'm easy. I can meet you in Bournemouth anytime, Mal. So yeah, let's plan.
I'm flexible.
Let's orchestrate. We can orchestrate.
Yeah, I mean, I've got no ties at all, so it's just a question of have I got the pennies to do it? Then okay, let's do it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think as long as we're not doing them, every other month, then it shouldn't get too expensive for us. I'm hoping, but
yeah, I mean, we couldn't do it every month. Crikey, so
it'd be ridiculous.
My budget wouldn't run to that.
No,
but like you say, if we can do a couple of games a season,
yeah, it'd be fantastic. That'd be really good, really, really good.
just
go on.
All I was going to say, obviously, having a global ticket is probably easier for me to get tickets for the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's just something you have to plan in advance. Have a look at the calendar. What games will be best suited? Yeah. I would never go for. Although obviously I'd love to see it, but Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City at home. I mean, to try and get tickets for them would be ridiculous. And then obviously the prices go up as well, so you have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll plan.
Or even an away game up north somewhere, because I can fly into Manchester, Liverpool, or Birmingham, or wherever. That's not a problem for me.
Yeah, perfect. Even better. Darren says playing Milo the Savage was a monster card to play, and he defended the long ball impeccably. Yeah, absolutely does. Couldn't agree more.
Did you say MasterCard?
That is exactly what I said. Jamie Kane's hoping to come to another game this season, Ollie and Mel. Absolutely, we are. Yeah, as you just said. Chris Hubble, let's hope that the Cherries win against Man City away. Yeah, let's hope, Chris. Let's hope.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Jamie Kane, 7 points this month. Happy with it. Could have been all 9 if it wasn't for the late penalty at Palace. Overall, happy with this month's number of points. Yeah, fantastic.
Can't be disappointed.
No, you can't. And these things happen. As we saw in the Forest game on Sunday. You know, sometimes we luck away with it. Sometimes other teams luck away with it. So, Jamie Kane's reckon it'd be a good game Sunday, and would love to meet you, Ollie and Malcolm, at the next game. Yeah, absolutely. for sure. Jamie, we will next time we're down, we'll make sure we message you. Absolutely. We'll keep you in the loop. As well as anyone else. If there's anyone else going to games and there's ways that me and Malcolm can say hello and have 5 minutes with people, then we're more than happy to. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. We'll get to the ground early enough anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
And enjoy the matchday experience. Yeah, just wonderful.
In regards to City's game, as I'm sure all of you are aware, with our routine now, me and Malcolm will be discussing that and breaking that down on Thursday for our predicted lineups, standout players, and everything else, all for the City game coming up at the weekend.
Yeah.
For now, as always, thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure to be back. I missed it yesterday and Friday, but no more.
We missed you.
Thanks, Mel. No more going away from me for now, for the next month. So I'm here.
All right. Good to hear.
Yep. And we'll catch up again with you tomorrow morning. For now, up the Cherries and have a fantastic day.
Thanks, everybody in the chat. Have a great day and up the Cherries.
Up the Cherries.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.